Good afternoon and welcome back. So this afternoon we're going to be doing a boxing video. So we sold another guitar on Reverb. So you know what that means? We got to buy another one. I'm going to do a whole separate video on that because I found like 4 or 5 different guitars already to build and they've all sold because I'm him Han. But anyways, we're going to get back to the guitar in hand here. So this is a 2015 Gibson Les Paul ES. I'm going to take my wedding ring off so I don't put no scratches on it. And this is a VOS for vintage old spec. And it does have the PAF humbuckers in it. And it's just a absolute beautiful guitar. You guys have seen the videos on this, so I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of time on it. I just want to kind of show it one more time so everybody can get one last look at it before it leaves. This is my second one. My first one had the P90s in it. Really like that one and really like this one as well. Just absolutely love them. But as you know in my show, things must go for things to come back. So we are going to get this packed up. But before I did, I've already detuned it. I backed them all off about 3.5 turns. So there isn't a ton of string tension on there, because if you don't detune them when you ship them, if they take a real heavy jar or something, you can snap the headstock or crack it at the heel. Especially something like this, it does have a full center block in it, but it's more delicate than a solid body. So you want to definitely make sure that you detune them before you send them off. That way you don't have the chance of breaking the headstock or the heel. So this is a custom shop, so there is the custom shop warranty paperwork there. I'm just going to stick that back up in here. And then here is the Memphis COA. So that is another positive thing about this guitar. The Memphis plant is no longer in existence. So just this being made in that factory makes it very collector's worthy. And I don't know if they're still making the ESs or not. I know they have made them for several years. I just don't know how many years they made them. I never really kept up with the Les Paul. But here are your little attributes, hang tags and stuff like that. They came with it. All custom shops come with this kind of stuff. This here I actually took off. It was on the case. I took it off because, believe it or not, that little stupid tag right there is $50 if you want to go buy it again. So I took it off when I got the guitar so it didn't get messed up, and just put it in here with the rest of the paperwork. So the other thing that I do is take the switch tip off, because believe it or not, that little bit of extra space right there, if it hits this, it can crack the top, especially something that's semi-hollow. It can also break the 3-way switch, or you can just, if you get lucky, just crack the switch tip. So I'll stick that down here with the paperwork, and we'll put that away in there. So I guess here we'll just take one more look at it, because it's the last time we're going to see it. And this has the true ABR1 bridge. It's screwed into the top, no inserts. Just absolutely beautiful guitar. I traded my 1976 Gibson Les Paul Black Beauty for this to Steve down at the Les Loft in Akron, Ohio. And he just sold it for like $6,000. So, you know, weighing out the prices, I got the shorter end of the stick on it. But the reason that I traded him is because he said this one was built specifically for Billy Gibbons. And Billy Gibbons owned this and had it in his possession. There's no paperwork or nothing like that to say that it was his, so I didn't put it in the listing. But to the buyer, just know Steve from the Les Loft, Akron, Ohio, said this was built for Billy Gibbons. But Billy Gibbons doesn't like F-hole guitars. He likes solid bodies, so that's why he got rid of it. And I don't know how he acquired it, but he acquires lots of different things from famous people like Billy Gibbons and Joe Bonamassa. He's had a gold top down there that Billy Gibbons signed and drew his own little designs and stuff on with a marker. He ends up with all kinds of crazy stuff from different artists. Matter of fact, he just went out and had a meet and greet with Joe Bonamassa, not at a show. I mean, it was like at his second house, but long story short, we're here to pack this guitar up. So it is detuned, and we do have the switch tip off of it. And in the bottom of the box, I've already put a nice thick bedding of bubble wrap just to keep it from taking a hard hit here at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and get this case closed up and get this packed up for the new owner. I think he will absolutely love this guitar. That's one thing I forgot to grab, was I always put the cases in a bag. Today I got up late and things just haven't been going that smooth today, so I'm a little space cased, but I usually take a bag and I covered the case before I put it in there because as it's moving around and shipping, it won't get any chafe marks or anything like that. Also, what it helps do is if for some reason the box gets wet or something spills on it in shipping, it's not going to soak through the box and onto the guitar case. So let's just get this in the bag here. I might have to put a second one over it. Usually I'll take the time to dig through all my packing material and find one that fits it better. I think this one will be okay because we're going to put a lot of bubble wrap around the headstock here. So let's give that a light tie. I'll stick this down in here. And I might have put too much bubble wrap in there. It's better to have too much than not enough. So let me dig a little bit of that out, if I can reach it. Let's try this again. I think I just put one too many pieces in there, but like I said, better to be safe than sorry. Because they're pretty rough with things. Maybe I'll take 2 layers out. So one's doubled and one's in there. Single, so that's 3 layers. Let's see how we do with that. Yep, that's better. 3 layers is the key. Every box is a little different. They range between 43 and 50 some inches. So depending on how big your box is, depends on how much padding you get in there. But I do like to put a lot of bubble wrap in. Keep it centered in the box. So that's not going to go nowhere. It's going to stay centered in there. We are going to put a couple pieces over the top here just to kind of protect the headstock area of the guitar. There we go. All right. Get a piece of tape on there to hold it so I can use both hands. All right. Normally I use my eBay packing tape, but this one's already taped up pretty good, so I'm just going to throw a couple pieces of clear on it and we'll call it done. So I have been looking for another project to build, and we're going to do another video on that. I'm going to ask you guys for your help because I've already found on Stratosphere, I found 4 really nice standards, and wouldn't you know it, they sold before I could make a decision. And then there's a few on there that have damage, and they're asking full retail for them with the damage, so probably not going to do that. But there's a few different builds that I'm looking at, and now we're going to do a video and I'll get your guys' opinion on what to do, because We have the 2 tributes that are going to be built here on the show. One is a subscriber's build. The other one is my build. But I'm not sure when we're going to get those back, because every time you spray a coat of lacquer, it takes like a week for it to cure and harden, and then they wet sand it and spray it again, and you know, they have to sand them all down, and there's a lot of work to it. So long story short, while we're waiting for those 2 guitars to get back from finish work, I need to build something else. So we are going to buy another standard probably and build it. I was thinking about buying a Fender to build, but my problem is right now I have such an abundance of Gibson parts that it would just be stupid and silly for me to buy a Fender to build when I don't have any parts other than, I think, I got a couple pots, a 5-way switch, and a neck plate. I think that's about all I got right now for a Fender. So I'm probably going to end up buying another Gibson project, Stratosphere. That way it's a brand new husk. So stay tuned for that video, and we'll show you the options, show you what I missed out on, because I missed out on some really nice ones actually. So now all we got to do is get this weight up. And it does have fragile stickers all over it. This is a nice heavy duty box, that's why I picked this one. And we don't want kilograms. Change that to pounds and ounces. 18 pounds, 8 ounces. So let's go to Reverb here. Purchase shipping label. Might as well grab my tape measure. Where did I put that? Again, I'm a little scatterbrained today. And I'll just use this little one. I got a couple of them laying around here. All right. Make sure the addresses are correct. It's going to Andover, Massachusetts. So the shipping shouldn't be too bad. Usually when it goes to California and stuff, it's just absolutely ridiculous shipping. I have the hiccups now, sorry. Take a sip of coffee, see what... Nope, didn't fix it. Length, I'm gonna guess 47. And we're at 46. Width, I'd say that's about 17. 18, I'm off again. 18, height, probably 6. Oh, there we go again, hiccups, yep, 6. Any weight, 18.8. Man, I hate hiccups, just cannot stand them. So we'll do 19 pounds. Signature required. Yes, protect this shipment. Now that is super crazy. $73.98 just for the insurance. I just sold Matt's PRS, and I think it was only $50 for the insurance. I'll have to go back and look at that. But they really ding you on the insurance. The Zach Wild one was $170, but also sold that for 10 grand. But all right, so review rates. $98 for UPS, $121 for UPS second day. FedEx Ground $115, FedEx Express $221, USPS $150, USPS Priority $170. I always use UPS, so we'll go with that one. So another $98 tacked onto the bill there for the shipping. Get the label. All right, where did my label go? Maybe I hit the wrong button. Let me go back to my listing and see if I get the label. Maybe I hit edit shipping because that's right above it. All right, so let me go back to my orders. I just want to make sure I didn't purchase the label twice. It says label created. I will have to look on my laptop, make sure I didn't mess that up. But all you got to do now is hit print, and then I go upstairs, get the label, and I'll slap it on there. So thank you for your purchase. That will help me out here on the show because I'm always buying and selling and building, and I'm getting more into now just building guitars than I am buying them to flip them. When I first started, I would get a good deal on a guitar, and then I'd turn around and sell it, make a few bucks, buy one a little nicer. And I started off with Epiphones, and now I'm into high-end Gibson. So I've come a long ways in the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. Just started the YouTube thing, so you guys have missed a lot of content. If I'd have started it sooner, you guys would have seen a lot of really cool guitars. But yeah, so I think I'm going to get more into just building stuff. I have a lot of fun with that. So like I said, we got the 2 tributes. The Silver Burst just came back. Matt has that. He's playing around with it. That's the one we just built. Had triple pickups put in, 6-way switch, Veritone switch. So that's pretty cool Les Paul. After we get a sound test on that and check that out a little bit more, I'll get that up for sale. But for right now, like I said, while we're waiting for those 2 tributes, and we just sold another guitar, we're going to buy another one to build. So I'll be looking on Stratosphere. Maybe if I can find a mint condition Les Paul standard or something that needs tore apart and rebuilt, maybe I'll do that. But I think I want to buy a brand new husk again. It's always nice to start off with something brand new. So stay tuned for that. We'll do a video. I'll show you the options and whatnot. Maybe you guys can help me pick out the next build. So until then, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your purchase. It helps the show keep going. Until next time.